Hello and welcome back. As you can see, things are still pretty ugly in the city of Canoe Cove. Oh my god, that traffic's still gonna bother me. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it too much for the moment until we develop some more of the city and provide some more reason for people to be going elsewhere. That's always gonna jam up on us. So I think we need to just grow a little bit more, and I want to get this residential demand down. I've realized my videos are starting to get a little bit on the long side, so I'm going to try and keep them closer to a half an hour and maybe just publish a little more often. So we'll see what we can do with that. Unfortunately, all these buildings were plopped with anarchy off. What happens is when you reload, the trees respawn into them. So we'll just clean those up. Won't take us too long. Just make sure our road didn't have any. I don't think it did. I think the trees came after the road. As it did all through here. Perfect. Okay. So that's good. Yeah, that's gonna keep bothering me for a long time, but let's get some other stuff going. We need more residential, so let's build some more. This is a weird shaped block. I think I'm gonna turn it into some apartments. We got lots of low rent or low density all the way through here, so let's put a few apartment buildings in this area. And I'm using the always effective method of let's just ignore my problems and hope they go away method for what's going on downtown, because yeah, that's generally the best way to approach life. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's find an apartment. I think there's some high density in here. And there's duplexes, but I want to go a little higher density than that. This guy's good. And we'll just combine a couple of them. There. Not sure how Canadian Tire ended up. Oh, we're not on residential, that's why. That explains why Canadian Tire ended up in my houses. Although, we may want to build a Canadian Tire soon. I think we're getting to be about that size of a city where it wouldn't be completely unheard of. Well, that's not straight at all, is it? There we go. That looks better. Now let's fix these. Go with that. We'll do it on the other side. That. Let's move these two. Actually. Nah. So I'm going to put some higher density buildings in this area, but I'm not going to densely pack them. I'm going to leave lots of green space around them. Alright, let's head. I think that's good like that. We'll add some walking paths to cut through this. Let's add a few more buildings around the outside, though. And what do we got? I don't expect to find too many in this section. This is the low density, just a couple of my assets seem to be included in this, so. Yeah, this one too. Flip that around. we still got a gap. There we go. That looks pretty good. And we'll give them a parking lot as well. I like it. Yes, that will work. That will work nicely. Okay, let's... There may come a time and place for this guy, but I don't think it's here. So what do we got in the high density? This one we already put a couple down. Yeah, this one will work in this area. I think what I'll do is copy that, switch this one, just gonna give it an L shape. That'll help if I had them the same color brick too, wouldn't it? There. I think that works. We'll move them a little closer to these guys and they can share a parking lot. Maybe we'll do this. I like it. Yep, that's what we're going to do there. This one? Yeah, we already got some of those down here in there. I think we do. Oh no, those are the other ones. I thought we built this one. Yeah, this works. That's a lot of abandonment. Right. Maybe we'll do something down here with it. Do that. Can I plop one and clip them to look good? Roof's a little weird. How's that? It's a little sketchy in this corner, but that's not too bad. I think we'll work with it. And I think I'm going to branch off this parking lot for it. So we'll just do, actually, let's do this. Little anarchy. Like this, the curve. Yeah, we'll straighten this up here. This isn't working the way I had hoped. It looks like Irving Lumber's leveled up again. That's actually doing quite well. Usually I struggle for workers. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make this look good. I don't like that. Maybe no controller. Well, that's not too bad. Let's straighten this out. It's a little ugly, but we'll put enough landscaping around it that nobody will notice. Okay, these all look good. Let's put the parking spaces in and maybe we'll detail them this time. We've been doing a lot of building and not detailing and planning to come back to things later, and we just haven't come back yet, so I'd like to get some of the detailing done this time. Okay, we got parking spots there. so we got parking. I think I want to put a little playground right here. I think I'll turn this into a city park. So maybe I won't put the playground there. Yeah, let's make a park. Same as we did with the other one. And again, it's not meant to be a highly level up park, it's just meant to be green space, but if I'm going to leave green space, I might as well get the benefits from it too. I think that'll do. Oops. Yeah, some apartments are going to be in the park, that's alright. Fawn Park. City Park. Small main gate. Let's just park that there. Small side gate. Put a bunch of them around. Get some paths. Ooh, fix that. That's better. I think that looks good. And that. Yep. I don't think I'm going to fence this one in. I think I'm going to do it with landscaping this time. Let's grab a small bush of some sort. Fix this. Yeah, this will work. This a prop line. Yeah, I like the default spacing. We'll do that. I don't absolutely love this border, but I don't know. I guess it'll work. If not, I just won't look at this part of the city anymore. Almost there. Okay, that just kind of defines it for us. Let's drop a couple of trees in. We'll put a playground right there. We'll put nice little flower bushes around the intersection. Just kind of like you're walking through a garden. Maybe a little grass in there just to give it a little dimension. I think that looks pretty good. trees. Yeah, it's not bad. Alright, playground. Which needs... Ooh, not an apartment building. Let's try swings. Gotta have a swing set. And we'll go with one of each. Gotta have some slides. Let's see if we clip this in, we can make this into like one of those really elaborate ones. See if we can find a way that makes sense. Yeah, that looks kind of good. Not so sure about that little intersection down at the bottom of the slide and the stairs, but kids bounce, right? Alright, let's put some seesaws. I don't think there's any other playgroundy assets that I have, so we'll just work with that and we'll put some gravel down. I think the grass would probably be easier to land on, but I think the gravel looks a little better. And maybe we'll put a little fence around it just to close it in. I don't know, some high security razor wire fence. You know, playground stuff. I think this one will work. And we're going to need to get rid of all our snappings. Actually, if we do this, try and get this fence to follow the road. Not what I had in mind. Alright, let's get that path back. Okay, you're gonna be difficult, are you? When in doubt, just use move it. And maybe I can make that little crossing go away too. Alright, that's a little better. Well, let's continue with the gravel, just fill in this area. Maybe I'll put a tree in that corner. More flowers, maybe? No. Yeah, we're right next to the other flowers, so I don't think that'll work. Yeah, let's put the little bushy tree. That'll work. Although I do see one problem. There's no entrance. Well, for sake of scale, I don't think we're going to notice whether or not there's a gate. So we'll pretend there is one. But I do notice I want to fix this corner. Fix that. And fix that. There. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but it'll work. And now let's get rid of the name because I don't want to see it. Okay, that's good. Ooh, that took a chunk out of our residential demand. That's good. And traffic doesn't seem to be obnoxious in this area, so that's also good. Let's do something with this space. We need some walking paths. Let's go gravel this time. I'm just gonna snake these through here. Just kind of thinking like where people would naturally walk through. Because that's where a lot of these paths would form, right? And just to connect this, let's do this. Yeah, that'll work. Now, in the words of the knights who say knee, we need some shrubbery. Hate that the anarchies won't let me plop into road networks, but I can move them in afterwards. So that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna frame this parking lot with those, kind of like a hedgerow. So back to prop line. I'm gonna need to move them much closer together. That'll work. Maybe a little closer. Perfect. Yeah, I like that. I'll fill in this little gap. Just some ploppable concrete. Or asphalt, I mean. Pavement. There we go. Okay, that'll work. Let's put a few trees around here. You know what? I might want to close this one in with a fence. I think so. Something like this. Go the straight one this time. This fence is going to be more decorative than functional, I guess. It's not really going to keep anybody out when it's full of openings, but I think it does a good job of separating this complex from the rest of the city. Let's plop a few trees in here. Not going to go too crazy with all this, I just want to get a little bit in. No, that doesn't work there. Nah. There, I think that looks pretty good. Let me turn all my anarchies back off before I forget them. Not bad for what was essentially a really ugly, misshapen block of city. Let's see. Ooh, traffic's not even... Well, it's still pretty ugly, but it's not backed up way down this road anymore. So let's unabandon a bunch of these places, and then we'll call it a day. What's really amusing to me is this is fairly accurate representation to how many shops are empty at the Confederation Court Mall in real life. That's another issue. When you plop these buildings and they abandon, they'll never rebuild. If they were grown, eventually after a little while they'll destroy and a new one will pop up in its place. But when you plop them, you don't get that. So you have to come in and reset them when they abandon, and hope that you built the city in a way that they won't abandon. But I think our traffic is actually thinning a little bit. Well, parts of it. So maybe if you ignore the problems, they will go away. I don't think so. I think we just need to develop the city in a way that there's just more places for people to go rather than everybody landing downtown. Okay, that one's fixed. Okay, that's starting to look a little better. And regarding that traffic downtown, my pro tip would be, if you're going to draw inspiration from a real city, don't draw one that struggles with traffic and has some of the worst traffic planning you've ever seen. It's just a recipe for pain. Alright, we got rid of the abandoned. We've got a nice little residential neighborhood built up out there. Actually, one more thing I want to do before we go. We have a cemetery here, and it's filling up and whatever. And I'm using a mod called Empty It, which will, when certain facilities like garbage dumps or people dumps, in the case of the cemeteries, fill up, it'll empty it to a facility that can process it. So in the case of the garbage dumps, it'll empty it to an incinerator or recycling center, and in the case of a cemetery, it'll empty it to a crematorium. We don't have those unlocked for quite a while yet, but one of the mods I downloaded, or an asset I downloaded, was for a funeral home, and I think it's also based off one in Charlottetown, but it fits well with the city, but it happens to have crematorium built into it. So it's kind of a way of me cheesing around that unlock. However, I think it suits the city, so we're going to add one. And don't get me started on the realism of a cemetery emptying out once it's filled up. That's another issue entirely. Now let's just decide where I want to put it. You know what? I think right in here might not be a bad spot. We still have traffic issues down there, but we'll continue to battle that. Alright, where's my funeral home? Right here. do that. I think I'll give you a little parking lot off to the side. This side, I think. Turn my snapping back on. Tell it I want a straight line. And tell it I don't care that it's clipping. Alright, let's shrink that a bit. That didn't line up quite how I wanted. Okay, that'll work. Just add the parking spots. Let's add some blue spaces. Alright. Let's put the blue ones in first. Just because they have these edges and they look a little weird. If you don't snap up to right against them like that. That looks pretty good. Now this is the kind of place you probably want some privacy, so let's put in a fence of some sort around it. Let's kill the snapping again. Alright, let's straighten that out. There. So we'll clean up this corner. Something smaller. That'll work. Okay. Now I want to put in some dumpsters. If I can find them. Just in the corner, just because I have the space, I might as well put something in it. More trees in, I think. And then we'll call it a day. Don't think I'm going to be able to plop these directly in. I think I'll have to... Oh yeah, maybe I can. Thought I was going to have to drag them in. And I want to spruce up this little garden. Well, maybe not spruce. I just put those in the back. Make this look nice and pretty. There. I think that looks pretty good. And with the addition of a funeral home, I think we'll call this an episode, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.